Hey ladies, and welcome back to the Glow Up Diamonds Talk Show. I'm your host, Tarniqua Lachey, and this week we are examining the many ways anxiety, depression, stress, and exhaustion show up in our everyday lives. I'm going to shed light on how easy it is to slip into a chaotic mental state that can be difficult to escape from. Mental health simply doesn't get discussed enough, so I wanted to highlight ways in my life, in my personal glow up journey, that I noticed these debilitating forces show up. If this sounds like a topic you or your homegirl can relate to, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any topics I drop weekly here on the show. So, without further ado, let's hit the hammer on the nail, ladies. Okay, ladies, so a little bit about me. A few years ago, not a few, like 8 years ago, I started a Diamond in the Rough YouTube series. I talked about all the things that I dealt with in college, far as sexuality, mental health, self-esteem, suicidal thoughts, all types of things, because it was just a really, really difficult time for me in life. And during the pandemic, I realized I was slowly but surely kind of getting back into all those mental states that I was in, where I wasn't feeling too good about myself. I wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled. I was comparing myself to so many different people. I never really understood exactly where I fit in. So I just decided to not fit in at all and not do anything. I pretty much hid myself from society. I buried my head under the covers and just said, you know what, whatever happens to me in life, I'm just over it. I don't care. I'm not trying anymore. But during the pandemic, it's really made me realize that I wasn't the only one going through it. Everybody is going through it. I thought I was just going through it a little early in life, but I was like 23, 24, and it was like the most depressing time of my life. I just could not wrap my head around anything. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I wasn't dressing cute. Now, I'm a bad bitch. I wasn't dressing cute. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't going out. I wasn't socializing. I didn't even have a boyfriend. All I did was cry and stress and hate myself and hate everybody else for not noticing that I hated myself. So during the pandemic, it just really kind of rekindled those issues and those fears that I faced. So today we're going to talk about how you can transition during those times where you feel as though, oh my God, I'm stressed out. I don't know what to do. I'm pulling my hair out. The kids won't shut the fuck up. The job won't promote me. The bills just keep coming. They won't answer the phone and he won't do right. My family members keep badgering me with their own issues. Nobody hears me and nobody's listening to me. So I can definitely shed some light on that because that's how I felt. I'm going to give you 3 tips that I learned that helped me mentally when I was dealing with exhaustion, stress, suicidal thoughts, depression, and anxiety. The first being talking to God. I had no choice. I wanted to talk to somebody who would not judge me, somebody who wouldn't respond, and somebody who could possibly fix it. I wanted to talk to somebody who gave a damn. I wanted to talk to somebody who could relate to what I was going through. And I literally only felt like God could relate to me. And here's why I say only God could relate to me. I'm not one of those big old spiritual mofo, hobos, Bible huggers or nothing. But I will say that there's a stillness and a calmness from just talking to God. It's something about knowing that he hears you without even having to pick up a phone. It's something that just calms my spirit, that lets me know, okay, if you got the whole entire universe in your hand, I can't be stressing about nothing. And I say that to say this with so much sincerity. You think your life is hard? When you sit back and examine the world that's going on around you, you realize that you ain't got it as bad as you think you do. There are women, not even women, children right now in Cambodia and Indonesia who are 11, 12, being sex trafficked, being married off to men who are 65 years old and forced to have children as soon as they cherry pop. Girls who are being stuffed into the back of vans and being trafficked all around America. Like, come on now. Like, I need you to pull yourself out of this. I had to embark and really put myself in a perspective that I felt I would never be in, to be able to really bask in the gratitude that I had for the little problems that I did have. Women go through shit every day. Problems are going to arise every day. You can't just sit there and just allow it to just infiltrate your mind to a point where you are debilitated and you just choose that you're not going to do anything. God gave me that. He gave me that sense of, I hear you and I'll move if you want me to move. I'll help you if you want me to help. I'll seek out people and bring people to you that can give you provisions if that's what you want. And that's what I felt like. I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk to you because I feel like for real, you give a fuck. Because you created me. So that just leads me to point number two. I found a creative outlet. I created my Diamond in the Rough series because I said, why sit here and hold on to all these feelings? Maybe there are people out there who can relate to what I'm feeling. So I decided to create a talk show. And back then I didn't know what I was doing, but I was counseling, I was ministering, I was mentoring, I was being that friend on the web that you can talk to and relate to, who can't judge you because she can't respond to you. That's what God provided for me. He was that, so I wanted to emulate that. I wanted to become an image of that because we are an image of God. And I knew I had the skills that it took, as well as the passion, to be able to relate to people in my own way. So being able to have the Diamond in the Rough talk show series really, really opened up a door of possibilities, which led me to method number three. Method number three became journaling. I'm not one of those people who like to write. However, once the iPhone came out and they created voice memos, that was my favorite thing to do. I love creating voice memos. Voice memos just really just give me an opportunity to just and rant and get it out the way. I mean, literally, I can go on my phone right now and I probably have like hundreds of voice memos where I turn it on and I just, and I just keep going on about my day. Because it's like you just need that break sometimes to just be able to get it out, push it out your system, and keep going. And if you want to reflect on it later, you can always go back and be like, damn, I was feeling like this that day. Because remember, when you think about it for real, shit that you crying about now, you ain't gonna be crying about it in a week, a month, 2, 3 months. Like, I can't even remember shit I cried about 2 months ago because God has already brought me from it. So it's like once you've been brought through a situation, you no longer think about it. It's now something that's in your file cabinet that you can pull out any time you want to be able to express that or to be able to relate to somebody else. That's all life is. Life is literally experiences. You can either keep the experience or not keep the experience, but the experience is still there. So you can either take something positive from it or let the experience kill you and defeat you and deplete you, because that's what it does. It kills, destroys, and depletes the devil. Okay, that's literally what he was here to do, is to seek, kill, and destroy any and everybody he can mentally. Because if he can mentally get in your mind and make you think that you ain't shit, all you're going to do is think that you ain't shit, and you're going to literally go out here and be the best pile of shit you can be. You ain't gonna read, you ain't gonna write, you ain't gonna eat, you ain't gonna take no bath, you ain't gonna socialize, you ain't gonna do nothing. Because you've already allowed a seed to be planted into your mind to think that you can't accomplish what you want to accomplish. You can't be the person you want to be. You can't have the things that you want to have. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The fact that you think so hard and dwell so hard on what you can't be should let you know the power that you have, because it literally came to pass. You thought you couldn't be a model, so you're not a model. I can't write a book, so you haven't written a book. You won't write a book. You can't write a book because you don't think that you can. You literally live 90% of your life is lived in your mind. Your mind is your reality. What you see is because of what is in here, okay? If somebody tells you that the sky is green and you know that it's blue, do you look up? No, you don't even question yourself. So why do you question where you are in life right now when you have been in so many other difficult stages in your life? Like, you have literally kicked life's ass. Every hurdle and every situation that has came your way, you have literally faced it head on and defeated it. Even if you think you didn't defeat it, baby, you still here, so that means you won. Even if the issue is still here, it doesn't matter. The fact that you're still in the ring is what counts. Now, some people, as soon as the issue comes, they being knocked the hell out. But not you. You on this channel. If you on this channel, then that means you ain't lost. That means you still fighting, because you're seeking ways and methods and tactics to be able to counteract those emotions and those feelings and those setbacks and those hardships and that grief and that anger and that depression and anxiety and distress and that feeling of self-doubt and not being enough. You're here because you want help. You're here because you're seeking answers. Okay? Literally. So how did you fail? How are you down and out? How are you not winning? How are you not navigating in your own lane? You are, you just don't see it. Stop looking at your cup half empty and look at it half full. Okay? Like, you drinking something, the more you drink, you need to have it in your mind that the more I drink, the more God gonna pour into my cup. The faster I drink, the faster he's going to replenish me. He's not going to give you nothing that you cannot handle. And a lot of times, Y'all allow the situations to handle you, and that's not God's intent. He wants us to handle situations. So if something comes in your life, which hardships does, and I'm not going to say God brings things to you to happen, but decisions that we make are what typically generate the consequences, the circumstances, and the situations that we go through. Not all the times, because some things are natural disasters and things happen out of nowhere, but those things that we know on our behalf, that we created in our own life. I mean, come on. If you created it, you can destroy it. It's all in the power of the tongue. So I'm not sure who this helped today. I hope that it helped somebody, because like I said, it helped me being able to record voice memos, talking to God, and finding an outlet that I also was passionate about gave me clarity on my situation, and it gave me mental peace. So, ladies, I really hope that something I said today was able to permeate in your spirit and just give you that confidence and that reassurance to know that things are going to look up. If you down, you can't go nowhere else but up. Where you gonna go? Downer? It's not even a real word. You can't go any lower than where you are. Try utilizing one of my methods that I listed. Try recording voice memos. Or if you like to write, start journaling. If you don't have a relationship with God, start talking to him. If you're passionate about ceramics or printmaking or uh, making vases or gardening, go do that. Once you're doing it, you're going to realize the peace and the stillness that you experience while doing things that you're passionate about. You're not going to have time to be stressed out. And I'm not telling you to do anything that I have not already accomplished and successfully done and reap the benefits of. I could be upset that I'm not a millionaire by now and that I'm not married to Michael B. Jordan. But that's not going to stop me from being a bad bitch and praying to God that he see me and leave Lori. Okay? I'm optimistic, and so should you be, okay? So that's it for this week's episode. Like I said, each and every week you can stop by here on the Glow Up Diamond Show with me, your host, Tarniqua Lachey, and discuss various topics that women just don't get to talk about and be real about. So that's it. If you like this video, go ahead and like it and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much, ladies. Bye.